Hello, my audience. Huzzah. Hickory Dickory Dock. What movie am I reviewing today? It's Les Misérables. I cannot enunciate that name right. That is not a real USA name. It's a different language, I'm pretty sure. I have trouble speaking other language other than my own. USA English language. So, I know there's more than one English, but, look, I didn't really ever study English, other languages, ever in my school. What school did I go to? A private school that was shit. Called Lighthouse School. The most uneducated school I've ever been to in my life. And the longest I was there. Of the other ones I've been transferred to before then. It was kind of, just easy. I just had to attend school, do these papers, work for each lesson. They gave me like 10 pieces of paper, and they helped me majority of the stuff, fill in the blanks. The teachers did, and that's all the paperwork I had to do for each lesson I had at school that I could get pulled for. Anyway, and I just did this, stayed there till I aged out. And that's when the same year I started my YouTube channel. The end of the 2017 year. I started my YouTube channel shortly after making videos for 6 months straight, and then posting them a bunch, and a handful of them, of all of the ones that I saved on my phone that I remember saving, that I could physically save within Google Photos, as much as it will allow me. So then, yeah, so that's why I swear and yell a lot in my older videos. The first batch I ever uploaded. I was suffering really bad sleep deprivation while making those videos for YouTube. Preparing all of them. Originally, I was going to give them to my teacher, Miss Cormier. Send them all to her. And then, I realized I made too many videos. I will just have to make a YouTube show. And upload all the videos to those YouTube shows. To that one YouTube show. My oldest one. That's this one. Which reminds me, I am supposed to talk about this movie, Les Mis, starring Hugh Jackman and Anne Hathaway and Kurt Russell, I think his name is. Kurt Russell, I think? Or Chris Russell. I can't remember. Tomato. His last name's Russell something. I remember his face. I don't remember his name well. But he was in Gladiator 1. The main character. I just don't remember his name. He was also the Jor-El in Man of Steel. And Noah from the movie Noah. That version of Noah that he plays is actually based off a comic book, thick comic book, known as graphic novel, Noah. Story is really takes inspiration. Russell Crowe takes pretty much every story beat inspiration and also design visually with, the Noah graphic novel I have. That's a thick comic book. with more pages than comic books have. So it's graphic novel because it has more pages. So I guess that's what makes graphic novels and comic books a little less pages. You know, so that movie, no, is one of the best comic movies based on a graphic novel. And that story, the graphic novel and in the movie, is basically about Noah going insane. And becoming closed off for his own family and everyone else on his boat. That's why I give Noah a 10 out of 10. That's going to be my review on Noah. And this is going to be my review on Noah and Les Mis. I give Les Mis a 3 out of 10. Because it's wow badly edited and directed. And it just sounds bad. Like, you know, with the volume, the whole lot of the movie, this volume sounds off and out of focus. Like, someone's still trying to tune the volume. It sounds like someone's constantly trying to tune the volume and trying to find the right vocal range constantly. With the old tired cast. And I was going to make a joke about Anne Hathaway's performance felt like a one take. But then I find out that was going to be, the joke was going to be on me, because it turns out that actually was a one take. And got known for that move. The movie got a reward for, and got an award for that one roughly take on her cover, I Dreamed a Dream. Which I'm just going to say, I hate her voice. Oh, God. I hate her singing voice more than Yoko Ono. When she did a cover on one of the Beatles songs from the album Let It Be. The deluxe version I listened to. And my God, Yoko Ono, I take every bad thing I have said that I am going, I take back every, you know how like, Yoko Ono has no talent, and yeah, she has a fan base. Well, that's Anne Hathaway's singing voice from Les Mis. She has no talent, yet she has a fan base. Those bastards encourage bad ideas. The audience. And the Oscars. Thinking she's not a hack. With singing, not with acting. The acting's A+ in this movie. The directing's, oh God, I did not like the directing in this movie. All the constantly close-up shots. You know, in the movie, like, you know, sometimes, like, at least the first half of the first Fellowship of the Rings that Peter Jackson directed. You know how, like, the first half, like, you know, the directing's often shot like this? Is it secret? Is it safe? That's what, that's a line from the Fellowship of the Rings when it's shot and when the camera is constantly breathing on you, the audience. Isn't this hot? or noxious? I don't know. You tell me. You guys let this happen, and it became popular, your audience. So many movies did that. I remember the nightmares I had. Can you tell me why we, don't criticize M. Night Shyamalan for doing the same directing that Les Misérables did competently? Or is that not fair play? And let's talk about the movie shake cams. Shake cam's also a thing in this movie. Sometimes is in the shake cam when it's shot from far angles to avoid the action and make the geography and make sense of the thing. Oh, did I mention this movie is rated R, PG-13? Yeah, directs a rookie made this movie. That should not have graduated film school, but needs to take a few more film grades. Directing lessons. Well, I'm trying to say this feels like it was filmed by a 5-year-old that just learning how to use a camera. I know that because I remember my dad gave me a camera as a gift, and I recorded the whole pool, me and my brother playing pool like it was a horror movie because I did not know how to hold a camera properly. It was my first thing I recorded. Yet here I am. I'm more of a competent filmmaker than Les Miserables filmmakers. Because I know how to hold on to a camera and not also hold too close. Also, I know that you don't have to, have the camera too close. Like, you're suffocating the audience, like Les Mis was you guys. If you watch this movie, that's what you're going to feel. A suffocating, uncomfortable feeling when the movie's trying to, it looks like it's ready to jump out at you and fuck you in the ass, whether you like it or not. Rape you, basically. It gives you that uncomfortable feeling. Like, this is where I start to get rape. This is where I start to die. I'm going to die here, aren't I? You say to yourself, if you're like me. You know what I say? I'm going to die watching this movie and go straight to hell. And this movie's going to play there waiting for me. That's just what I think when I see this movie. Only when I hear it and kick into a musical number makes me want to throw up my lunch and my beverages. Everything, even my guts. It makes me want to fucking throw up all of my guts. Listening to singing while also crapping on my guts. And just pray I make it to the bathroom in time. Listening to the singing is that bad. It's amazing of how bad it is, the singing. It's, dare I say, Oscar worthy. Oscar worthy, Razzie, whatever you call it, it deserves a trophy. Oscar worthy indeed. Or, one of those trophy acting channels. It deserves. One who also deserves a trophy. The Shit I Know You Did Last Summer sequel with Jack Black. No, wait, that's I Know What You Did Last Summer, too. was Jack Black. He plays a stoner in the character in the movie, and a hippie, and kind of a retard idiot. And he plays the place and sings his exaggerated version of himself. And that movie is Oscar-worthy. So is the music in this movie. Oscar-worthy. The directing, Oscar-worthy. The acting, well, it's some acting. It's something. Noise like Limp Bizkit. Or Nickelback. Or Katy Perry, or whatever the fuck. You know Katy Perry's, you know Katy Perry's like one good album called Teenage Dream? And all the albums pretty much suck. At least that's what I've heard. So, Hickory Dock. The mouse went off the clock. Well, up the clock, whatever. Hickory Dock. The point is, this film is as completely written as Hickory Dickory Dock by Dr. Seuss. Nursery rhyme. I'm sure that was Dr. Seuss, or someone wrote that nursery rhyme. Or was it? Oh, I know Dr. Seuss did. Ken, how did he do it? I don't remember. I'm a little tired. And talking about Les Mis. This movie fucked my brain. And violated it. With its music. With my ears. That's why Les Mis gets a 3 out of 10. And Noah gets a 10 out of 10. And this was my reviews on only Les Mis. I knew I didn't talk about Nowhere at all, but the point is, Nowhere is a movie which Russell Crowe also is part of, as well as Les Mis. But the point is, Russell Crowe, Gladiator, and Noah, and Man of Steel movies, and is worth seeing. This is worth skipping even by Hugh Jackman standards. Even you guys hated X-Men Origins Wolverine, at least it wasn't Les Mis. Or worse than Les Mis. But just whatever. The point is, Les Mis is worth skipping. %90 of this whole fucking movie is nothing but singing. And off-key singing is like 100% is just singing. Off-key, it's like torture. Like nails on chalkboard torture. That's why Les Mis gets a 3 out of 10. Goodbye. Subscribe.